Hello and welcome to tubeslums.com. This is Virender and we are going to cover the external method in this video series. So go to the Dreamweaver and this is what we had done last time. We had done the internal method of using CSS, delete it, and now save it. And now we are using external method, and external method can be used by the external web pages. So go to File tab and create a new, or you can either press Ctrl and hit the shortcut button, and then the blank page, go to the CSS and create one. So this is a CSS file, and this is just a code that you should not um, change right now. You should not delete it. You should just left it unchanged. Right now I will be telling you it in the later videos. For now, stick to the point. Let's do some typing. Span color is blue, let it be blue. And now for the paragraphs, color needs to be red. Okay, save this and save this as my css.css file. Save it. Now as you can see that we had created our my css.css, and there is an HTML file or an XHTML file. Whenever I say HTML or XHTML, don't get confused. I always consider this file in the Dreamweaver. That is an XHTML file. So now we need to link these two files so that the effects be can be placed effectively. If we don't provide link, it won't work. For example, hit F12. As you can see, all the effects of CSS are gone and it's just a simple HTML document rendered result. So let's provide a link. And for link, do link href equals, and here you will place the name of the document what you are placing. In my case it's my css.css, so it's telling that the link is this that you want to connect, and then you will type with type equals text slash CSS, which means this is a document of CSS type. And if you had noticed, we had our meta tag in here, and in this meta tag we also had text slash HTML, which means all of this document is of HTML type. In the same way, we are using the text slash CSS, which means this is of CSS type. Now click the last one. The last thing is relation equals style sheet. So what does that mean? This means that the link we are providing here is in relation is a style sheet in relation to this file. So it provides style to it. So save this and hit F12. So hola, it works. The changes have taken place. Uh, So far now I had already also only told you about the color and the font size. Let me tell you something how to change the background color. So you can do hit type background, and then you can either give it a color like red. Well, let me give it a color yellow. Save it and hit F12. And sometimes you have to go for with the HTML file to hit F12 and hit F12. There you are. There it works. So this is how we apply external file. Uh, Now if you are clear about the idea where to use inline, internal and external, inline should be used where the web document is very small in size, such as in our example the web document is very small and the example is very short. So you could have used inline, and that will save your codes of using either the internal style or using an external web page. When your web page is limited to only a single page, even if it's huge, but it's only limited to one single page, and managed with the internal CSS, then you can use CSS with the internal method. That is, you don't need to link and have references from external CSS files. But some cases, when you are creating and when you're serious about this and when you're creating some website which contains of more than one web pages, in that case you need to have more than one CSS files for a single HTML document. For example, it's for the laptop version. It's not only on the laptop or the PCs in which you use internet. It's the mobile devices. It's the you can say the smartphones. It's tablets in which you use the CSS file, in which you use the web documents. So let me demonstrate an example to you first. Okay, I'm bad in drawing. Okay, so let us assume that this thing here is CSS. Oh, sorry, this thing here is an HTML. Okay, increase the size and now write it first. Okay, HTML. So as you can see, this is our HTML web page, and this contains images, contents, videos in it. This is our CSS file for mobile versions. This is for tablets, and this is for laptops. We have to create three different CSS files as we want to render the result uh, in three different ways for these three different types of devices. So we have to use three different CSS for the same HTML file. So in this case, we use the external method, because if we use all these three CSS in the same HTML file, then it won't work and it would lead to confusion. So that's why we use the external file in the huge cases where your web pages are huge. So I think we had made our point, and I'll see you in the next video where we are covering some basic styling techniques and some basics of styles. Okay, then thank you.